All right, everyone, welcome back to the Sky Dome. CTV Sports along with you now in the post-game celebration. A lot of fans still here. They don't want to leave tonight. They want the party to last. Of course, the World Series begins on Saturday. The Blue Jays, after years of perhaps playoff failures, 85, 89, 91, they're going to the dance now because of Juan Guzman today, because of Candy Maldonado, and they beat the Oakland A's to win the American League Championship Series. Here is the final out.
High fly ball toward the line in left. Calling for it is Maldonado, and the Blue Jays have finally won the pennant.
Oh, the celebration going on here in Toronto in the Sky Dome. The World Series begins Saturday. Will it be in Atlanta? Will it be in Pittsburgh? One thing for certain, it will feature the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's go downstairs now, catch up with some of the celebration and join Sunil Joshi.
And joining me now is David Cohn. David, first of all, what's going through your mind at this point?
Well, it's an unbelievable feeling. You know, when some of the coaches, some of the players come up to you and you've only been here 2 months and they tell you that you couldn't have made it here without you, it just makes me feel so much more a part of this team.
You were brought in here for this specific reason, to get this team to the World Series. You pitched 2 games. You had a terrific game once. The second time you didn't seem to have the control. But going into the World Series now, if you're thinking ahead, you know the National League opposition a lot better than some of these guys, obviously.
Well, yeah, and they know me also. So it's once again, I don't think there's an advantage either way. But I'm just so happy to be in this position right now. I never thought I'd be here 2 months ago.
Tell me about your teammates and what kind of a group has this been for you?
Oh, they're just a great group of guys. When you have leaders like Dave Winfield and Rance Mullenix and on down the line, Jack Morris, and a great youth, and Robbie Alamar and John Olerud, it makes for a great balance. And this team's going to go, definitely.
Well, congratulations on this World Series, and probably a ring for you.
Well, that'd be nice. That'd be real nice.
Okay, congratulations, David. Let's go back upstairs to Rod.
All right, thank you, Sunil. You know, the word around Toronto for such a long time regarding the Blue Jays was a C word that rhymed with bloke, but now the C word is champions, pennant winners, American League champions for 1992, beating the Oakland Athletics. And again, we will have Game 7 of the National League Championship Series tonight here on CTV. Pittsburgh Pirates and the Atlanta Braves tied at 3 games apiece. It's Doug Graybeck against John Smoltz. We will find out by the end of the day who the Blue Jays will play Saturday night and where they will play. It has been an interesting year for the Toronto Blue Jays, acquiring Dave Winfield, acquiring Jack Morris. They got the win they needed. They got the wins they needed. And most of all, Robbie Alamar, who came through in the clutch in the playoffs, an MVP-type series for Robbie Alamar, winning the Most Valuable Player award. Also a great series from John Olerud and Candy Maldonado, the Candyman, igniting the fireworks today as well. So the Blue Jays are on their way to the dance, the World Series. And now we can take a quick musical peek at how they got there. And the year that was, 1992, mission accomplished so far for the Toronto Blue Jays as they go on to the show. Yep, the Blue Jays are going to the World Series, the first time ever that a Canadian team has gotten that far. And who will they play? We will find out. And I guess only about an hour's time, about an hour and 15 minutes from now, it will be Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Drabek against Smoltz, the Braves against the Pirates, and then the World Series beginning Saturday here on CTV, featuring the Toronto Blue Jays. So long, everyone.
CTV News.
American League Championship Series game between the Blue Jays and the Oakland A's. Toronto winners this afternoon 9-2. We're still in the process of getting things set up. As soon as it's ready, we will.
Or probably in sport. And I'm one that I just want to give my shirt and heart to a team I'm working for because they're paying me. I want to be part of the family. When you win, you feel really part of the family. And when you don't, boy, they really push you aside.
Well, we have established contact with Skydome now. Things are set to go. We're going to join Rod Smith down there to find out reaction from the Blue Jays' outstanding victory this afternoon, 9-2 over the Oakland A's. Rod, come on in.
Yeah, Jim, this was an outstanding victory. You have to flash back, I think, to 1985 when the Jays clinched against the New York Yankees. That was a step they hadn't taken before. This is a step they haven't taken before. Their first time on their way to the World Series. And joining me now, Jays reliever Dwayne Ward, who filled in the 8th inning, setting things up for Tom Henke. Well, this is a trite question. It's the easiest one to ask, but how do you feel right now?
Right now, a lot of things haven't really set in right now. I just look at it like everybody's celebrating here, and I don't think it's going to set in until, maybe a time comes to step on National League turf, for that, Game 1 of the World Series. But right now, I couldn't be any happier with the way this ball club's played this year and the way that everybody responded to every challenge and every obstacle that we've had.
Dwayne, I noticed when this team clinched the division title this year, the clubhouse was happy like now, but it was all business too. There was a sense that you were moving on to bigger and better things, and I even sense this right now. I think you guys expected to come this far, didn't you?
Well, I think every team in baseball, when they set out in spring training, expects to get this far, and that was our objective from the word go, and we haven't lost focus of it, and I don't think this team's going to lose focus of it at all. We just got to go out and keep playing good, hard baseball like we have all year long, and keep doing what we've done all year long. That's pitch, hit, and play some good.
The key moment for the Toronto Blue Jays in this series, I think a lot of people refer to Robbie Alamar's home run in game
well,
number 4.
I think the double before, to set up, the comeback over in Oakland, and then when he did take, Dennis Eckersley deep, it was, it was outstanding, to see something like that and to come back against a team and a pitcher like Dennis Eckersley. I mean, that right there just showed the relentless and the tenacity of this team.
Congratulations,
okay,
Dwayne.
Thanks a lot, man.
Dwayne Ward, reliever for the Blue Jays, and joining me now, a very drenched Kelly Gruber.
I don't know if I got that many words.
Kelly, you lost your voice earlier on. Your voice is much better now.
Yeah, I did. It feels a lot better.
You said you talked about how much it meant to win a division title, but this is the first time you're off to the World Series. What does it mean to you now?
Well, there's no feeling like it, I tell you. Maybe the time I accept Jesus Christ in my life, that's about it. It's an unbelievable feeling, and I'll never forget it. Something that I'm going to cherish for a long time, and that these guys in here will too. It's guys like Lloyd Mosby, Willie Upshaw, Rance Mullenix, Dave Steve, these guys that brought this, Buck Martinez, and I was a part of it, and I'm just happy to be here now.
I guess one thing you won't have to listen to anymore is about the history of this club. I mean, you've been associated with this club with a lot of disappointments and had to hear fans and media talk about it, and even a few concerns perhaps in this series or during this season. It must be nice to get the monkey off your back.
Well, to tell you the truth, I never felt it on it. Situation where things just didn't go our way. See, I'm a believer that things are written, and it doesn't matter what you do, it's going to happen that way, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. But, thank you. Can I have some more?
Lots of kisses going around, too, as well.
But I tell you, it's something that just never happened for us, and we worked hard. We struggled through a lot of battles. A lot of times they counted us out and said that we would choke, and we proved them wrong. Again, this year, right down the wire, we proved them wrong. We proved them wrong in this series, and we're going to do it. We're going to prove them wrong in the World Series, and that's what we're here for.
Kelly, congratulations and best of luck in the World
Thank
Series.
You.
Kelly Gruber, third baseman of the Toronto Blue Jays, and it's cold. It's quite cool. Quite cool. Let's bring in Pat Borders now. Congratulations, Pat, first of all. And I was asking Kelly about maybe the monkey that was on the Jays' back about 85 with Kansas City and the ones you were around for in 89 and last year as well. Do you feel like you got something off your back, or had it never bothered you before?
Never bothered me. I didn't play any of them series they had problems with, and I don't think the large majority, if not everyone in the starting lineup, did have anything to do with it either. So it wasn't that big a deal. I think the media made a bigger deal about it.
The Oakland Athletics, very impressive team. They dealt with their adversity this season with a lot of injuries. What do you have to say about the way they played this series?
They put a lot of people in there over the course of the year that really produced. You know, Fox, Bordick, all the young guys produced, and of course all the older guys produced too. They had a tough road to go, and they won their division.
I've seen you guys play a lot of games, but none as impressive as that Game 4 when you turned things around. Was that definitely the game of the series, though?
Oh yeah, it was a swing game of the series. If we don't win that, we're in the same situation that we're today.
Congratulations, Pat. Jays catcher Pat Borders. Jubilation in this clubhouse, as you can well imagine. Jim, I'll throw it back to you.
Okay, Rod, thank you very much. We'll get back to Rod in just a few minutes with a lot more. And standing by, coming up right after Sports Desk, Paul Romanek and Buck Martinez with more baseball reaction to the Blue Jays' victory this afternoon, 9-2 over the Oakland A's to advance to the World Series. First time in franchise history. We'll take a break and come back with a lot more as Sports Desk continues right after this.
If you depend on your truck to last, here's news you should never forget. Of all the Chevy trucks built in the last 10 years, 98% are still going strong. That's higher than Dodge, higher than Ford, even higher than Toyota. Over the years, no other truck line is that dependable, foreign or domestic. Only Chevrolet. The most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
Every time someone chooses natural gas, the guys at Venture's Pond seem to sing a little louder. You can help the environment by choosing cleaner, friendlier natural gas. Call for your free booklet.
When Raymond Otwell of Whitehorse heard about Motomaster's new Long Life antifreeze, he was a bit skeptical. After all, with an amazing new formula guaranteed for 4 years or 100,000 kilometers, that's enough to go around the world more than twice. Undaunted, he set out to test it himself. 100,000 kilometers later, Mr. Otwell came to 2 conclusions. You can't buy a better antifreeze than Motomaster Long Life. And there really is no place like home. Motomaster, exclusively at Canadian Tire.
Welcome back to our TSN Control Center, everyone. I'm Jim Van Horn. There is a pandemonium breaking loose down at Skydome, as you could probably understand. In case you've just joined us and haven't heard the news or have been away from the downtown core of the city of Toronto throughout the course of the day, the Blue Jays have advanced to the World Series, and for the first time in franchise history, they have defeated the Oakland A's by a score of 9-2 this afternoon. Who they will play in the Fall Classic is yet to be determined. The National League Championship Series winner will be determined tonight in Atlanta. It will be between Pittsburgh and Atlanta, obviously. That series is tied at 3 games all. Juan Guzman came on and pitched an outstanding game for the Jays today. Robbie Alamar also played well today. He was named the series MVP. Let's get back down now to the Skydome locker room where the Blue Jays are located and celebrating. Here's Rod Smith once again with another guest.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. It's still quite noisy down here. Still a lot of champagne for some reason. Don't quite understand that, but I do understand why this team has won with a lot of players like Alfredo Griffin, veteran who came in, filled in for Manuel Lee, and didn't get much of a role in the postseason play. But Alfredo, you must be just loving this.
Oh, I'm really excited about it. This is the most exciting moment for me in my career. I won the World Series with the Dodgers in '88, but today is the most exciting moment for me because this is a team that gave me the opportunity to play in the big league, give me a chance to establish myself in the big league, and here I am again, 5 or 6 years later, and we win the division. That's great. We're going into the World Series with another chance to win another ring. This is the most exciting moment in my career.
I think it's a lot to say that this moment means more than 1988, the year that Kirk Gibson had that dramatic home run to beat the Oakland A's. How do they compare? This team, I would think, would have more talent heading into the World Series than the Dodgers did back in '88. Is that true?
Well, this team do have more talent, but this is a game that nobody controls, and that's a policy I always say. Nobody can control this game, and when you get into the field, both teams is equal. I cannot compare the 2 seasons. I'm more excited this year. My first year in the World Series with the Dodgers was my first experience. This is my second experience, but I'm really happy about it because this is a team that I wanted to win. Even when I was away, I always pulled for this team. Now I'm here, I'm really 100% for this team.
It was 8 years ago that the Jays sent you away to the Oakland A's, but you knew this organization, and you knew that the way that they were growing, they were building, they were developing their talent. Could you see this on the horizon someday, that they would be going to the World Series?
Yes, because they had a lot of chance to get there, and I keep listening to that word, choke. It's no choke in this game. It's just when you don't have it, and when you don't play the game the way you're supposed to play, when you get to the point, that's the way it is. But today, it was a different story. We played the game the way you're supposed to play. We beat the Oakland A's, a great team. Beat Tony La Russa, a guy that really knows a lot about this game. I played with him. We did it. We beat one of the best teams in the league.
Now, I'm sure you're not thinking about it just yet, but you'll be watching TV tonight to see who you'll be facing, are the Pittsburgh Pirates or the Atlanta Braves. You're an ex-National Leaguer. Do you have a preference?
It don't make no difference. Because whoever wins is the best, so we're going to play the best. That's what we're going to do. Whoever wins, we're going to play them.
Alfredo, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I had a feeling that none of these Blue Jays would mind who they play, the Atlanta Braves or the Pittsburgh Pirates. They will find out later this evening. Jim?
Okay, Rod, like he says, they'll play the team that wins tonight. Someone is going to win tonight. We'll take a break and come back with more as Sports Desk continues, and baseball tonight coming up as well with more reaction from the Blue Jays' big win over Oakland this afternoon.
People driving in front of me, people walking in front of me. A beach with no people, come on, no traffic. Hey, thanks to my bank, that beach is getting closer and closer.
Are you going south?
Yep.
This is the factory of a leading North American tire maker. They make excellent tires with the kind of traction and mileage life you need. In fact, they're so good, we chose them to make Motomaster tires for Canadian Tire. So why don't we identify them? Maybe they're concerned that if you knew they also make Motomaster tires, which come with a nationwide road hazard warranty at no additional charge and a great Canadian Tire price, everybody will buy Motomaster tires. Maybe they're right. Motomaster, Canada's #1 selling replacement tires.
His grandmother ran the Kentucky Derby. His father outraced the best in Europe. Now it's his turn. His speed is proven. His strength established. Now he'll compete against the world's best thoroughbreds in Canada's richest race on turf. He'll need more than speed and strength to win. He'll need heart. The Rothmans Limited International, Sunday, October 18th at Woodbine Racetrack. The race of a lifetime.
Let's take it. That's it for this edition of Sports Desk. We thank you very much for joining us. Stay tuned now for Baseball Tonight Live with Paul Romanuk and Buck Martinez. Complete recap of what happened at Skydome this afternoon. Big win for the Jays, 9-2 over Oakland. Stay tuned for Baseball Tonight coming up next live.
Sports Desk is brought to you by Motomaster, Canada's #1 selling replacement parts, and by GMC, building trucks for 90 years.
Pa should have been here by now. He's 3 hours late already. Pa ain't gonna make it! One of them slave catchers got him. Someone to help, but I just know
Liza, you both made it past the border yesterday. We've all done this before.
He's our pa. He'll be here.
Come, let's pray.
No more prayers! Liza!
Between 1840 and 1860, more than 30,000 American slaves came secretly to Canada and freedom. They called it the Underground Railroad.
And this may do it for the Royals. For the second time in their history, they're on their way to the World Series. And almost in a vacuum, the celebration begins. Here it comes once more. Struck him out, and the Oakland A's have a return engagement in the World Series. Fly ball to left field. Dan Gladden is going back on the track. He makes the catch. And the Minnesota Twins have gone from the cellar to the penthouse in the American League. High fly ball toward the line in left. Calling for it is Maldonado, and the Blue Jays have finally won the pennant.
TSN's Baseball Tonight, the road to the World Series. Here's your host, Paul Romanek.
Hello, I'm Paul Romanek. The Toronto Blue Jays looking behind a door that no other Toronto Blue Jays team has ever been able to look behind. 3 times they have tried to push through that door in 1985 and 1989, and again in 1991. The door was barred each time, but they finally pushed their way through, and I'm sure they have to love what they see behind that door. What they see is the end of the road to the World Series. They have finally arrived. Standing by down at the jubilant Toronto Blue Jays clubhouse is Buck Martinez. Buck, take it away.
Thank you, Paul. With me, Dave Winfield. And Dave, tell me what you're thinking right now. You've been waiting a long time for this.
I need a doctor. My heart almost stopped a moment ago with that ice bucket on my head. This is great. Buck, I can't tell you, man, I'm elated. But we deserve this. When I came in and I didn't know these guys at the start of the spring training, I said, what are we going to do this year? They said, we're going to win it all. We're going to win it all. And we're still on that quest. We're on the second level of that quest. We first division, now the league, and we're looking for the World Series.
Dave, how about the balance of this ball club? Everybody in the lineup drove in a run in the series, and everybody down to the number 9 hitter homered. Pretty balanced attack.
Yeah, that's what it takes, Buck. You know, you can't do it with 1 or 2 or 3 superstars. You need a whole team. Everybody contributed. We got loose after the first game. We were real confident. We never wavered in our belief that we could do it. And I think we had something like 10 home runs by a lot of different people, and great defense and great pitching. Like big old Wardo. Way to do it.
Way to go. Congratulations. Dwayne Ward, you guys have been waiting a long time for this trip, right? What you got there?
Well, this right here is the trip I'm going to take back home with me to Las Vegas. I think I have to give it up here in a little bit, but I'll tell you what, right now, I'm beside myself about this team, you know, how well we played, and, you know, I mean, we never lost focus of what we needed to do, and right now, it's just time for us to celebrate a little bit and enjoy what we've done.
How about the way Juan Guzman showed up today?
Well, I'll tell you what, Juan Guzman took it out. There goes the contact.
We'll be with you in a second here. Okay, now we're regrouped to this.
I'll tell you
so
what,
how about Juan Guzman?
Well, Juan, he came out right away, and he just took control of the ball game. I mean, he showed up definitely with his fastballs, change up in his breaking ball, and he just, I mean, he kept them off balance well enough, and then our offense was all there. I mean,
everybody was waiting for Joe Carter to show up, and he sure showed up in Game 6.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, everybody looked for a break, and, you know, and it came in the first inning when Ricky dropped the fly ball, and then, you know, Joe, I mean, you can't say enough about Joe's power to center field. I mean, he stepped up there and did what everybody expected him to do, and you know, he had a home run, and from then on, nobody looked back. The offense didn't look back, and the pitching didn't look back. We just took it right on to the house.
Dwayne Ward, enjoy this. We'll see you Saturday.
Okay, thanks a lot, Bucky.
All right. Robbie Alamar, MVP. Congratulations, Robbie. I tell you, did everything you could possibly do to win the championship series, and you won the MVP award. Tell me what you're thinking right now.
Well, Buck, I think I feel real happy about the MVP, and I think I feel more happy about winning the American League. We feel real proud, and the team, you know, deserve that. And I think so. The only guy that deserves more than us is Cito Gaston.
You bet. Cito took a lot of criticism, and you guys put all that behind you. Now, this is a new ball club and a lot of new character.
Yeah, it's a new ball club, new character, And we say from the beginning that we're going to go all the way. So we have one more step to go, and we're going to try to go all the way.
Now you can sit back and watch that game tonight and let them catch you, huh?
No, I don't think so. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to go and party and enjoy this.
All right, congratulations. Jimmy Key, come in here. You've been here now. No. Okay, finally, once and for all.
Ernie Witt.
You're a lot older than Ernie Witt, that's right. But once and for all, tell everybody about that choke and all that stuff. Once and for all, put it to bed.
Choke, I don't know how you spell that. C-H-K, how do you spell that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But you've been here since 1984. You've seen everything improve. Tell me about the way this ball club has come together this year.
This is a more focused ball club from the start. We've always went for just to try to get to the playoffs since I've been here, and this team is focused to the World Series, and we finally got there.
What about the World Series when you think back now, the opportunity? I think everybody's got to be thinking about putting Jimmy Key in the rotation now and going to 4 men.
You know me, Buck. I want to be in there. You know, it's tough for me to watch, but like I told him before, as long as we win, I don't care what we do. And I've never been to a World Series, and I'd love to pitch, and I just hope they give me a chance.
Well, Cito Gaston took a lot of heat about the way he handled his things this year, but it looked like he handled himself very well during the championship series and made some key pitching changes.
Yeah, he did. You got to give the guy credit. He's won a lot of games since he's been here. He got us in the World Series, so you know you can criticize him all you want, but you also got to give him credit. He's done something nobody's ever done up here before, and we got a chance to win the big trophy now, and that's the bottom line.
Jimmy, the strength of this ball club has been pitching. Juan Guzman really showed up today, didn't he?
To me, Juan Guzman is one of the best pitchers in baseball when he's on, and today he was on. Oakland caught him on a bad day. You know, he went out and dominated early. The offense took control of the game, and I think I'm getting ready to get out of here because my boys are coming.
Well, Romy, we'll throw that back to you as the guys celebrate a bit more down in the Blue Jays locker room.
They're going to hate the dry cleaning bill when they get it in the front office, aren't they? You have to figure you'll see Jimmy Key in the World Series. I would guess he was certainly the Blue Jays' best pitcher far and away down the stretch run. He was 5-0 with an ERA under 2. When we come back, we will head back down to the Toronto Blue Jays clubhouse. Lots more beer to be poured, champagne to be spilled, and more from Buck Martinez. We'll be right back.
Baseball tonight. Road to the World Series. Brought to you by Diet Pepsi. You got the right one, baby. Uh-huh. By Ford of Canada, where quality is job one. It's working. And by Castrol Canada, makers of Castrol XLR, the oil engineered for today's cars.
You know, there's real magic in Diet Pepsi. It's got that special aha ingredient. You got the right one, baby, eh? Okay, girls. Now, what's that magic ingredient?
With 100% uh-huh.
Kick off this fall with great oil products from Castrol. Purchase a 12-pack of Castrol XLR, and you'll be eligible for a free official NFL team hat of your choice. Look for details wherever you buy Castrol XLR.
TSN brings you the high-speed thrill of Canadian auto racing on Raceline 92. We've got the excitement of CASCAR auto racing from Delaware Speedway, Friday, 8 Eastern. The CASCAR 250 on Real TV, TSN.
Be thankful you don't have your expensive car parked in downtown Toronto right now. The World Series schedule looking like this. The Toronto Blue Jays at Atlanta or Pittsburgh. Of course, that issue to be decided tonight in what should be a fantastic ball game. Back at the Skydome in Toronto Tuesday and Wednesday, and then the Thursday, and then, if necessary, of course, the Thursday, Saturday, and the Sunday. And one man who will, of course, figure prominently in the starting rotation for the Toronto Blue Jays now that they are in the World Series will be a grizzled World Series veteran, Jack Morris. He is with Buck Martinez.
Well, Paul, they had Jack Morris all tuned up for Game 7, but Jack, you can take the rest of the week off and think about Saturday, I suppose, eh?
Yeah, all those quotes we went through, we're going to have to put them on hold for another time.
Jack, what about the way the ball club came out today and said, okay, we've had enough, we're going to put this one away?
Well, it was a perfect example of the way you should play a game like today. Juan pitched a great first inning. We came right back in and got him 2 runs and gave him a little breathing room. Continued the sort of roll. It was a snowball effect. He kept hitting stronger. The guys kept playing better. We got the hits. We got the defense. The bullpen came in, shut the door. It was a great game.
A total team effort all the way throughout this championship series, and once and for all, everybody can say this club is one step away from their goal that they established back in spring training. Right in the eyes. These guys have no mercy down here, I tell you. Here you go, Jack. Hey, Si.
If you don't let me do your show, I'm
Are we live? Yeah, we're live.
Here's to you and your mama. As long as we're alive. Can you say that on Canadian TV?
I think so. Come here, David.
Hey, I'm here.
Dave, Steve, congratulations. Your ball club made it to the World Series. Tell me about your thoughts right now. It's been you've been with the organization longer than anybody.
Thanks, Buck. This is well-deserved. It's been a long time waiting. I think 85 should have been something like this, but it didn't happen. But, you know, last year even so, it should have happened, but what a difference a year makes.
This organization has done everything possible to get themselves into this situation, and you have to feel awfully proud of the way the entire organization has gone and improved and grown, and now they're one step away from the ultimate goal.
Yes, I do, and I wish I could have played a bigger part in it, but I didn't, and I've dealt with that. But I'm here, and I'm happy for the team, the organization, and the fans. It's a great feeling, and we're going to go all the way.
Now the entire North American continent and the world can see just what the Toronto Blue Jay fans and the ball club is all about, right?
That's true, and the fans have come a long way, and I think they're going to pull for us through the World Series here, and we're going to win it all.
All right, Dave. Enjoy the day.
Thank you.
Okay, Paul, we're still hanging on down here in the Blue Jay locker room.
Strong work, trying to stay dry. Just one note on the Juan Guzman and the 3 days rest situation. Heading into this game, Guzman was 3-1 in 5 career starts he had made with 3 days rest. Make that 4-1. Seeing as we went into this one on 3 days rest, seems as though that is not a major issue as far as Guzman is concerned. When we come back, lots more still to come from the Blue Jays locker room. Back down to Buck Martinez, and we'll also take a peek at the National League Championship Series when we come back.
Something incredible is happening that will give Sega Genesis even more power. Game Genie now works with your Sega Genesis system in most games, like Sonic the Hedgehog, Kid Chameleon, Toe Jam, and Earl. Game Genie for Sega Genesis. Excellent.
Check the map.
Cancel that order, guys.
Oh, right. Yeah. Let's see. You want a Coke? No, make it a Pepsi. Well, what's the dip? You said that.
The difference is one tastes better.
This one.
You chose Pepsi.
The majority of soft drink users tested prefer the taste of Pepsi over Coke Classic.
You want sausage or pepperoni?
What's the dip?
Kick off this fall with great oil products from Castrol. Purchase a 12-pack of Castrol XLR, and you'll be eligible for a free official NFL team hat of your choice. Look for details wherever you buy Castrol XLR.
Our main objective when we designed our new front-wheel drive minivan with standard anti-lock brakes was to make certain that it was the only car in its class. Period. Introducing the 1993 Villager. Quality is job one. It's working.
Yeah. Just beat us, man. I mean, you know, they wanted it, they came out, they smelt it, they got it, and, you know, they just play well.
Is it safe to say that the turning point of this series came in that 4th game Sunday?
I don't know if that was a turning point. I mean, we had a chance to beat them, but they beat us. So if you want to say that's a turning point, I guess it's so. But we had to win 2 out of 3 at home. Instead, they won 2 out of 3. So no, you got to tip your hats to them. They play well.
How good are their chances, you think, against the other guys in the
Toronto Blue Jays and the Oakland A's combining for a total of 14 home runs in this series. The Blue Jays had 10 of those 14. The ALCS record set in 1987 when Minnesota and Detroit combined for 15 home runs. Of those 10 Toronto home runs, Candy Maldonado had a couple for the Blue Jays. He is standing by with Buck Martinez.
Paul, a couple of hitters that had a prominent role throughout the ALCS. First of all, Candy Maldonado, big home run today. Candy, it looked like you were right on Mike Moore throughout the course of the ball game.
Well, thank God, you know, that situation, you know, when Ole got that double, you know, was man on second and third. And I was just trying to look for a pitch, you know, that I can get out of the infield and try to get one extra run to give Juan a cushion. You know, it happens that I got a pitch over the plate and we'll crush it.
Tell me what was going through your mind when that ball was coming down in left field.
Oh, you know, believe it or not, you know, when I went out there, you know, I said, I would like to have, you know, the third out, a fly ball coming this way. You know, I mean, you always see a guy striking out or a guy getting the ground ball and throwing it first, and you see the catcher and the pitcher, you know, jumping around and stuff like that. So this time, you know, I got a
You
good
wanted
chance
to jump around.
Oh, yes.
Candy, finally, once and for all, the world's going to get to see the Toronto Blue Jays in the World Series and recognize what kind of ball club this is. And you personally are going to get some recognition as being the fine ball player that you've been all year long.
Well, thank God, you know, one of the things, you know, we've been talking about, you know, it would be nice to be part of history. I think this organization has done everything to put this team together. And finally, you know, today, you know, we were a lot of people that were waiting for, what, 17 years, you know, and knowing that this organization has been, you know, the winningest team in the last 10 years, and finally the fans, the country, and the city, you know, can celebrate and enjoy this, you know. It was just great just to be part of all this, you know. Cito deserves a lot of credit, you know. He's been the captain of this big ship, you know, and a lot of times people think that because they got used to being the team in playoffs and all that, you know, it's not easy to be where we are today.
That's right. See you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Congratulations. John Olerud, tell me what was going through your mind when they walked Dave Winfield to get to you. You've always hit Mike Moore fairly well.
Well, I was really looking forward to it, a good opportunity to you know, drive in a run, and you know, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. He you know, pitched me in, and I got the good part of the bat on it, and drove it into the right field corner, and you know, it was a big hit for me, and I was thrilled about it.
John, it looked like Oakland was trying to pitch you in this game particularly. You made an adjustment, looked for the ball in, and got a couple of hits and a big key double right there. Were you looking for a little different pattern from them today?
Yeah, a little bit. They've had a lot of success against me pitching away, and I think I did a good job of adjusting to that out there in Oakland. And last game they started pitching me in a little bit more, and I, you know, in that situation, it looked like they were going to try to pound me, and I just got the good part of the bat on it.
John, you haven't spent a day in the minor league. It seems like every September you're playing for a pennant. Are you ever going to get used to all this celebrating?
Well, I don't think so. No, it's been a lot of fun, and you know, it's a great feeling. We've had some tough times. I know I've had some tough times early in the season, and you know, we had some tough stretches during the season. And I think when you have those down times, and then you have success like this, it just makes it that much better to win it.
John, it appeared as though right towards the end of September, this ball club really came together. Everybody was hit. The pitching came around. Old guys are getting hits. Young guys are getting hits. It seems as though this club is really playing as good a baseball as they've played all year long. Your estimation of that?
Oh, yeah, I think so. I think we ran through a tough streak in August, and September we started playing real well. Everybody was contributing, and we just played great baseball, and I think we played great ball here in the series, had a lot of tough games that could have gone either way, and we battled through them and won them, and you know, hopefully we'll be able to take this momentum on to the World Series.
Congratulations. See you Saturday.
All right. Thanks, Mike.
Paul, we got Juan Guzman over here who just cranked up a whale of a ball game. Juan, it didn't look like you were tired at all.
Not really, not really.
To me, it looked like the first at bat, when you got the breaking ball over and the changeup over to Ricky Henderson, you really established your game plan right there in that first inning.
Well, I had my game plan since the beginning, right before the game. You know, we already talked. I already talked to Cito what I'm gonna do. You know, even to what's the name of this guy?
Galen.
No, Galen and the other guy, and I told them that what I'm supposed to do. You know, what I'm gonna do, and I just go to, and thanks God, you know, I did it. You know.
What about 3 days rest? It appeared that never even bothered you.
No, not at all, because I work hard, and as long as my arm is strong, it's no problem for me.
What about the crowd today? Because you could really feel they were electric.
That was lovely. It make me really, really feel happy when I see all the people. You know, when I know I can do my job and make so many people happy. You know, that was really, really nice.
What do you think they're doing back home in the Dominican right now?
I don't know what they're doing now, but I can't wait to get up to my room and call my parents and see how they're doing over there. Yeah, but I'm sure they got to be, you know, taking really happy and celebrating down there.
Are they going to get a chance to come to the World Series?
Well, I'm planning for them to come up here, you know, to see, but you know, really difficult for me because they don't speak English, you know, and it's going to be a really big problem for that.
Well, I know they'll be watching on television to watch you pitch in the World Series.
Yeah, they're going to be watching anyway, and they're going to be praying for me all the time.
All right, congratulations, Juan. Great job.
All right, thanks.
Winning pitcher Juan Guzman, in probably the biggest game in Blue Jays history, went out there on 3 days rest and cranked up a gem, just what the Blue Jays needed.
And again, over the course of his career on 3 days rest, Guzman is 4-1, nothing to worry about. 3 days rest for Juan Guzman. Let's take a look now at the batting orders, starting off with the Oakland A's. And the thing that jumps out at you when you look at the top third of the order is that in the last game the A's won, Henderson, Brown, and Sierra picked up 8 hits. They had all 8 hits that the A's picked up in that game. The top third of the order really came through for them. Obviously, it did not in this game. And the Toronto Blue Jays, just a comment about Robbie Alamar, he extends a championship series hitting streak to 11 games, the longest in history, by Pete Rose at 15 games. Tonight's lineup's brought to you by Game Genie, the family of video game enhancers from Comerica.
Yo, video game dudes, talk to me! This is Game Genie from Comerica, the awesome video game enhancer for your Nintendo Entertainment System. Attach it to most of your video games. Double Dragon 3 or Super Mario Bros. 3. Game Genie, the video game enhancer from Comerica.
You got to give them credit. They're a very, very good lineup. There are a lot of good lineups in Major League Baseball, though. It just happens that theirs was the best in the East, and theirs is the best for this series. An outstanding club, very, very outstanding. But, you know, hitting is just a part of it. You got to give their pitching credit, too. They threw some good pitchers out there at us. They did an outstanding job. Cito did a good job of managing. It's a group effort. They're an outstanding club.
Hey, when you guys lost?
One interesting thing about Juan Guzman, who Buck just spoke to a few minutes ago, I don't know if you could pick a turning point in this game. He looked strong virtually right from the beginning, but what really jumped out at me was in the 4th inning when he only had to throw a total of 5 pitches to retire the side. You could tell then that he was red hot, and with the offensive support the Blue Jays were providing him with, there was going to be nothing at all to worry about. Guzman with just an absolutely outstanding performance. Another guy who looked great in this series for the Toronto Blue Jays, in from the bullpen, Tom Henke. He is with Buck Martinez.
Tom Henke, you've been here since '85, and you had a chance to do what you always want to do, stand out there and take your club to the World Series.
Oh, that's a great feeling, Buck. I mean, I wish all the guys that played with me in the past could be here with us now. This is for everybody, George and Jesse and Lloyd and Garth and everybody that's ever played in this organization. It's been a long time coming, but, you know, we've got a tremendous team here, and we're going to go all the way.
Tom, this is a tremendous combination of the young and the old. You've been here, as I mentioned, and then Morris and Winfield come in, but they really fit right in, didn't they?
Oh, no question. Jack and Dave have come in and done a tremendous job, not only on the field, but off the field in the clubhouse. Have kept a lot of the young guys in check, kept everybody's head up. I know we went through a tough period in August. We come out of it in September. Pat did a great job getting David Cohn over here. He's been a big part of this. You know, the whole organization's just got to be commended for the team they put out here on the field.
You talk about the pitching, and the bullpen has been phenomenal all year long. You and Dwayne Ward, I think, have made up one of the best 1-2 combinations. How have you been able to work together so effectively?
Well, I think we complement each other. We both throw hard, but he throws the curveball, I throw the forkball. We've done it all year, and it's worked. We've been doing it for the last 4 or 5 years, so it's worked. Hopefully we'll keep it working.
Tom, the disappointment of all previous trips to the championship series all have to be put behind you now.
Oh, no question. I put 8 years of my life here, and I really wanted this some kind of bad. I know it wasn't a safe situation, but it was the toughest game I've ever had to pitch in. To go out there and get those last 3 outs, I knew I had a big lead. I just wanted to throw strikes. You know, the fans had me so pumped up, I was just really trying to stay back and stay within myself, and I got 3 key outs, and that's all we needed.
All right, Tom. Any preference to who you play in the World Series?
I don't care.
It doesn't make
No, I don't care anymore. We're there, and I don't care who we play. We're going to win 4 games, and then we'll be the world champions.
All right. Congratulations.
Thanks, Buck.
Okay, Paul, that's Tom Henke, and he was here in '85. He got a chance finally to stand on the mound when the club wrapped it up to go on their way to the World Series.
And he will finally get a chance to stand on the mound, hopefully for Tom Henke, in the World Series with the Toronto Blue Jays. Who they will play, still to be decided. That game getting underway in about another 35 minutes. Pittsburgh and Atlanta, but still lots more to come. You're watching Road to the World Series. The road has been reached.
In the world of international investment, risk is a 4-letter word. It's a word being applied to Canada right now. You can do something about this October 26th. You can help eliminate the risk, the uncertainty, the instability, the very real threat to our dollar. You can answer the question the world is waiting for an answer to. You can say yes to Canada's future. It will make a world of difference.
Kick off this fall with great oil products from Castrol. Purchase a 12-pack of Castrol XLR, and you'll be eligible for a free official NFL team hat of your choice. Look for details wherever you buy Castrol XLR.
Our main objective when we designed our new front-wheel drive minivan with standard anti-lock brakes was to make certain that it was the only car in its class. Period. Introducing the 1993 Villager. Quality is job one. It's working.
Baseball tonight. Road to the World Series. Brought to you by Diet Pepsi. You got the right one, baby. Uh-huh. By Ford of Canada, where quality is job one. It's working. And by Castrol Canada, makers of Castrol XLR, the oil engineered for today's cars.
Yeah, well, I think it's, I mean, they have a first-class organization from top to bottom. They do a lot of stuff, whether it's hosting the All-Star game or stuff that they did in this. I mean, they really do a lot of things right, and they've carried that anvil around about not getting the league, and so now they got their first league championship. I hope they don't settle for that. I'm hoping they bring home the other one because they can do it.
Joe Carter with a big home run for the Toronto Blue Jays to get things started in the first inning of this game for them. He is standing by with Buck Martinez down in the Toronto Blue Jays clubhouse, and Buck Martinez still with a couple more interviews that we can squeeze in before the bottom of the hour. Let's go now down to Buck with Joe Carter.
Joe, everybody said, when Joe Carter going to show up, and you showed up big time in the first inning.
Well, I did, Buck. It was a situation where you want to go out there and help your team get out to, a nice lead. And I came to the clubhouse today. I said, guys, hop on us. So I'll get us out there, and hopefully Juan can take us on home. And, you always believe in yourself, and I always have confidence in myself. And, Oakland's pitched me tough the whole series, the whole year. So I knew it was going to be a tough series. But I went out there. I never got down on myself. And you come up in the bottom of the first, so you 2-run homer, and, it turned out to be a big blow. In a must game for us. We didn't want to go to Game 7. We wanted to end it today, and I thank God because we did end it today.
How about the way that took some of the pressure off Juan Guzman? That had to be something on your mind, too, because you put Guzman up 2-0.
Well, that definitely helped Juan. I mean, his big key was getting out of the first inning. We didn't want Ricky to get on base, still second, still third. Sac fly, bring him in. We wanted to put a damper on those spirits right from the get-go, and it was very important for us to go out there and get a lead. Anytime you have a lead in a situation where the opposition has to win, it puts a little pressure on him, and it gave Juan a little room to work, and boy, did he work. I mean, he pitched about as well as he's pitched that Detroit game when we clinched it against Detroit. I mean, he's been phenomenal, and hopefully he'll add maybe 2 more victories and carry us on to a World Series championship.
Joe, do the players think at all about the opportunity to play in front of a world forum in the World Series and really let everybody know how good the Blue Jays are?
Well, I think now we can sit back and think about that. I mean, you have an idea what it's going to be like. I woke up last night and said, wow, what's it going to be like once we clinch? You have an idea like this, and you're excited about it, but this is just two-thirds of the way where we want to be. The season started out, we had 3 goals in mind. We've accomplished 2 of them. Now 1 more is to win the World Series, and yeah, we're going to show the world how well we can play, but we're not going to put any pressure on ourselves. We're just going to go out there and play like we played the last you know, the whole month of September. And one thing about this team, if you look back since the Milwaukee series, when we lost those 2 in a row and came back and split with them, we have not lost 2 games in a row since then. And that shows what this team is made of. We came through in the clutch, we came through in the stretch, and hopefully it's going to continue.
Joe, what's this say about Cito Gaston's patience? Because he's been patient all year long, and now he gets this trip to the World Series.
He has, you know, and Cito's never gotten the credit that he is due. And hopefully this will take some of the pressure off his back, because he's had a lot of pressure on his back, and you hate to see that as a player, because we know what type of job that he's done. A lot of people would love to be in a position where they're always in first place, where they you know, maybe relinquish a lead, you know, the last game of the season, or get a chance to be in a postseason activity. You know, he's always here. I mean, he's done wonders for this ball club. He lets us go out there and play. And, you know, he's taking a lot of heat for his decisions, but, you know, he can't take any heat now because he's done a hell of a job. And, you know, we're very happy for him. And like you say, we've got one more job to do, and then we'll all go crazy.
Well, I'll go crazy tonight a little bit, but we'll see you Saturday, Joe.
All right. Thank you, Buck.
Joe Carter with a big 2-run homer in that first inning today really set the tone for the Blue Jays in this crucial 6th game. For the first time in a championship series, the Blue Jays win a 6-game series, and they're on their way to the World Series.
All right, and who they will play still to be decided. Atlanta and Pittsburgh set to get started again in about 1/2 hour from now. Certainly the table has been set for what should be a baseball feast in this game coming up tonight. These two clubs have gone back and forth with offense. Game 6, when you look back on that, it's really possible to boil Game 6 down to sounds. And obviously we've had our audio lines cut out of the Sky Dome, as you can imagine. A hectic situation in the Blue Jays locker room. Cito Gaston there with Buck Martinez, and although I don't know what Cito Gaston was saying, you have to think that the guy feels vindicated, because he certainly took his fair share of criticism, more than his fair share, the last couple of years. The funny thing about the Cito bashing, if you will, and the criticism that the guy has taken over the last couple of years, when you hire someone for a job like that, what do you ask them to do? You say win. Go out and win. That's what your job is. He has gone out and won. The team has finished in last place for the last couple of years, but still, he has been second-guessed time and time again. Whether or not he should have pinch hit in certain situations, whether or not he should have used certain pitchers in certain situations, and a lot of second-guessing going on in this championship series. The pitching rotation, crucial. Many feeling that perhaps he should have gone with a 4-man rotation. Many feeling perhaps that he should have gone with Jimmy Key in lieu of Juan Guzman. But again, all of those decisions being made by Cito Gaston turning out to be good decisions, because, as they say, history is written by the victor, and the history written by Cito Gaston in the case of this series is certainly a history that favors the Toronto Blue Jays, because they managed to win the series and advance on to the World Series for the first time in the team's history. We'll attempt to reestablish contact with Buck Martinez and the Toronto Blue Jays clubhouse when we come back, as Road to the World Series continues.
Super crisp, super spirals, McCain. What have you done to my fries?
We've spiced them up.
All right.
We've crisped them up. Brilliant. We've even curled them up.
Excellent.
McCain has taken its famous super fries, dipped them in light batter, and surrounded them with bite after bite of crispy, crunchy, super spicy satisfaction. Straight ahead or curled around. Super crisps and super spirals from McCain. You'll love what we've done to your fries.
Travelers 50 and over save 30% at choice hotels like Quality, Comfort, Clarion, and Sleep.
After a life like
Time out, Evil. Travelers 50 and over also get a free coupon book worth over $1,000 at places like Alamo, Rent-A-Car, Red Lobster, and theme parks. Okay, Evil, from the top.
After a life like mine, that's about the biggest thrill I could take.
Save 30% if you're 50 or over and get a free coupon book. Call 1-800-4CHOICE and reserve your room today.
All right, a hectic situation down in the Blue Jays clubhouse. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to reestablish our audio lines. You could watch Cito do an interview with Buck, but you wouldn't be able to hear it, which wouldn't be all that much fun unless you can read lips, which I gather most of you can. Sorry about that. We'll hear from Cito Gaston a little bit later on Sports Desk, no doubt. And actually, I've just been told that we do have audio, and we are going to go down to the Blue Jays clubhouse right now. Here again is Buck Martinez with Cito Gaston.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, Cito, we got back now. Tell me about Juan's effort today, because everybody was talking about 3 days rest. He wouldn't be able to crank it up, but he went out and pitched the gym.
Juan is a type of person that can reach back and get a little bit. He's a little bit from the old school when it comes to that fastball. I think last day of the season he reached back and got a little bit for us, and today he did it again. And of course, the things I said to Juan today, that hey, you as El Jefe, that means you're the boss out there, and you're facing not as tough a lineup as you face when you face Detroit. It's a good lineup, but not taking anything away from Oakland, but I think Detroit has a little bit tougher lineup.
Cito, everybody got to see in this series what you see all year long, what a great player Robbie Alamar is.
Well, I don't know what you can say about Robbie. I just love having him on this ball club. He's a kid that has a great time playing, Bucky, and you know a lot of us don't have, we didn't have a lot of fun playing. It was too tough. And this kid has a great time playing, and he just rises to the occasion all the time. He loves tight situations. He loves to come up with that big hit.
Another guy that came up with a big hit today was Joe Carter in the first inning.
Well, Joe's come up with a lot of them. I thought we were going right through what happened the last day of the season, that two-run home run, and I know Joe struggled a little bit during the playoffs, but, you know, once Joe gets going, he might stay hot the rest of the World Series.
Speaking of the World Series, Atlanta against Pittsburgh tonight, and I know you got some strong feelings in your heart about Atlanta. Would you like to face them in the World Series?
Well, I think that if you asked me that before the game started today, I said just let us go anywhere. And, of course, I think Jim Leland is a friend along with Bobby Cox, and I just hope that they play a good ball game down there, and no one has to go home and worry about not playing a good ball game. So whoever wins, that's fine with me. We'll go to Pittsburgh. We'll go to Atlanta. Just wish them both good luck.
Cito, all four of the teams in the championship series were quality teams, and it was evident because it looked like, well, the Braves are going to run away with it, but the Pirates came back. Speak a little bit on how tough it is to get to the championship series and then how tough it is to get through those 7 games.
Well, it's really tough to get here. I think people, you know, they don't really understand how tough it is to win your division. I mean, that's 162 ball games. And to win, and then to win in the playoffs, you have to play good baseball. You have to have good pitching, and you also have to have some hitting. And we came up with all of that. I think Oakland played great too. It was a great series.
It sure was, Cito, and your club's playing as well as they have all year long. Congratulations.
Thank you, Buck.
That's the manager getting ready to go to the World Series, Paul. That's the story from down in the Blue Jays locker room on the road to the World Series, and now the Blue Jays are going for sure.
All right, thank you very much, Buck. Sorry for the confusion. Connections in a situation like this are tenuous, although the Blue Jays' connections were bang on in this game as they romped over the Oakland A's. The final score is 9-2. So for the Toronto Blue Jays, they closed the door in the American League Championship Series. The road to the World Series has been reached. Championship now whispering in their ear. We will follow the Blue Jays on their journey towards the World Series and through the World Series. Saturday, October the 17th, live at 7:30 Eastern Time. Hope you can join us. For Buck Martinez, I'm Paul Romanuk. Enjoy the game tonight.
This is a News 4 Buffalo news.